I'm Roland Liebscher Bracht, and we're going to roll out the entire body together to aid in relieving your pain. This fascial training is going to be fun, I'm sure of it. We'll start with the mini roll, the small roll. To begin, we should be standing up. Place the right forefoot, specifically the toes, over the roll. After that, we start doing small bending movements with the toes, gradually and steadily pulling ourselves further and further forward. Over and across the metatarsophalangeal joints, we roll very slowly and deliberately, because we want to nicely and effectively roll out the plantar fascia, steadily and gradually building. With those consistent gripping movements, advancing millimeter by millimeter, we always want to move the interstitial fluid in one direction, and now you notice, from here your rolling no longer has any impact. Now lift your heel and we bring the toes to the ground. You apply maximum pressure, also bring your knees slightly inward so you can nicely roll out the arch of the foot. And gently feel your way, further and further forward. Now make your way in, gradually progressing inch by inch with maximum pressure. If you have heel spurs that are starting to develop, you'll definitely notice you're rolling over it. Ensure you limit the pain you cause yourself to a level under 10. So make sure to remain within the comfort zone, which is what we like to call it, and then you carefully proceed over the heel bone. In the final stage, make sure you are being cautious not to accidentally slip off suddenly. Now we're going to do exactly the same on the left side. We will begin again starting with the toes, just like we did before on the right. You begin to curl your toes more and more in a very controlled manner and use that impulse to gradually pull yourself further and further forward. Rolling out the plantar fascia nicely and relaxing it well sends a signal to the entire legs to relax. Very good. You'll notice that if you were to stretch now, if you were to stretch the back of your legs, you'd get into the stretch more easily. When you notice that it's not moving forward, now we lift up carefully while maintaining steady pressure on the midfoot. We lift. And start again. Gently bring the left knee slightly inward now to ensure that the arch of the foot becomes nicely aligned overall. Again, is being stroked. Keep pressing out the fascia properly. This is the most effective passive fascia training you can do. Now slowly move onto the heel bone, and apply proper pressure there. Good. Keep it up. Yes, put as much weight on it as possible. It shouldn't be too much, but just enough that you can still bear it well. Move over the heel bone thoroughly, ensuring it's covered completely all the way through, and with that step complete, we've accomplished our task. Let's proceed by taking the maxi roll, enabling us to smoothly and effectively continue onwards with our next steps. We're going to move forward directly by concentrating on the Achilles tendons now, applying significant weight, and slowly rolling forward at your own comfortable pace towards the calves. Continue to gracefully roll forward towards the calves, making sure to move smoothly over and across the calves. Either move along or set them down in between. You can also keep your hips raised. And then reposition your hands accordingly each time. Put a lot of weight on it, or just set it down. That's not bad. It's fine too. And then we continue and go over the back of the knees. Slowly keep going. This can be done on the entire body. This exercise benefits the entire body, At this point, we're already focusing on the thigh and upper areas. Proceed onto the buttocks. And now, switch over. We're going to head back to the starting position. Carefully place the knees on the roller. As we keep going, we glide over the thighs, extending progressively further and further. It's extremely, extremely intense. We always roll in one direction, namely in the direction of the backflow of blood and lymph. Yeah, keep rolling. The guys need to be a bit careful now. Potentially take a short moment to unwind and later on gently place it back on again nicely and over the pubic bone. Rolling further into the groin area. If you find that enjoyable, giving a thumbs up would be really appreciated, or share this video with others so that as many people as possible can learn how you can roll your entire body in a short sequence of movements. And then we will proceed to focus on the sides. Then we take the midi roll and we go on it sideways. First, align ourselves on the side with the knee, with the outer part. We now move along the iliotibial tract, the sensitive outer side of the thighs. Yes, really nicely. Along. Apply enough weight, but also support yourself so it doesn't become too intense, because that area on the side is super sensitive, as you might already notice. That's why we also use the midi roller there, slowly. Over the thigh bone and into that hollow area between the thigh and the edge of the pelvis. This is indeed also a very rewarding area. Gradually roll millimeter by millimeter. Further, and feel into your body. When you have some time while rolling, you can do it separately too. Just lie on it like that. You'll be amazed at how you walk afterward, completely different because the hips are totally relaxed. Next, we'll perform the same action on the other side. Now, on the left side, place the knee down gently. And support yourself skillfully. Very good. So that we can apply the maximum possible pressure. Do it regularly, and you'll see that you will feel completely different, but it's something you simply have to experience for yourself. If you commit to the process till the very end, then compare it with how your body felt prior to starting. Then you'll notice what's happening after just one roll, and then calculate what happens if you do it maybe 3 times a week, maybe 5 times a week. There is a kind of Richter scale, from comfortable to extremely uncomfortable. You must remain in the pleasant uncomfortable. Got it now? And we're going to keep on rolling forward. Just continue to roll onward. Now proceed very slowly over the femur bone. That noticeable bump that's protruding out. The rolling mound for the specialists among you. And then slowly we continue. And back into this hollow area. It's so rewarding. It's so rewarding. This specific spot, you'll certainly notice, it really frees up the hip joint well. Exactly. And then, when we feel the edge of the pelvis, We get up, let's get rid of the midi roll. We're getting ourselves back onto the maxi roll, and now we are positioning ourselves comfortably on top of it. With your tailbone, carefully position it directly into this roller. Now, continuously and gradually move further over the sacrum, consistently proceeding. And now we reach the edge of the pelvis. If you're wearing a t-shirt, it's best to hold it to prevent it from wrapping around the roller. And now we are in the area of the back extension, and we continue nicely forward. You can indeed choose to put your full weight on it, or alternatively support yourself if applying your full body weight feels too intense or challenging at this current moment. If you like, you absolutely have the option to place your arms up here instead, and you can continue to roll beautifully and smoothly all the way along. And particularly in the whole back area, you can really feel what's going on. This is the kind of fascia training that we truly need on a daily basis, using a suitable fascia roller for exercising the entire body. As the definitive exercise that makes you feel great, keep it up, keep going. And as we're located up on the shoulder blades, it's essential to be particularly careful. All right? And then at the end, we'll take the midi roller again. You can also, if you like, I always really enjoy it, get into a kneeling position. There's simultaneously another exercise going on. And now you pull your head forward as much as possible with the roller. Grip quite tightly to have more power and go over the cervical spine again. You see, now we roll down always toward the heart. Then place the roller over the cervical spine at the neck height. And keep going until eventually your strength fades. Oh, how lovely that is. Do you think so too? Can you feel it as well? Try doing it for 15 minutes once every day, maybe 3 times a week or so. And it's simply gigantic. Once you've noticed how wonderful your body feels afterward, just imagine the benefits if you were to do even more of it. And when you combine this fascia training with our exercises, and click down here if you'd like to enjoy another, slightly longer fascia training session. Enjoy and have fun. We'll see you again soon.